Ready, set, synchronization. The fuck did I just say? Why did I just say it like that? Sorry, I've been really MIA for the past like 5 days. I've been kind of busy. I'm taking like health online for summer school, and I've been volunteering at the library, and then my mom's been making me do stuff, and I've been doing stuff with my friends. I've had a lot going on, but I'm here now and I'm filming a video, so that's fun and exciting. And I'm also sitting down instead of standing, so if you guys were wondering, I'm very comfortable right now. Hi, it's Someways here, and today we are going to be doing a book tag. And not just any book tag, we are going to be doing the Pass It On book tag. I was tagged by Jack's Books, whose video I'm going to link down below. You guys should definitely go check her out. I love her channel, she's amazing. She makes some pretty cool videos and stuff like that, so definitely go check her out. The point of this book tag basically is to come up with 3 books that you think that everyone should have read, and then you pass it on. Maybe? I'm not sure. All I know is that I have to recommend you guys 3 books that you should have read if you haven't already. And so, I have 3 books here today, and they all kind of fit a theme. I'm sure you guys are gonna figure it out pretty darn quickly. Since I saw that I was tagged, I was kind of like, oh, I need to do that. And then I thought about it for a really long time, and then I just never really came up with anything. And so it took me a while, but I'm here, and I have time, and I'm actually filming, and it's really nice in here, it's really cool, and it's hot as hell outside. And anyways, I'm done rambling. Let's get on to the video. The first book I'm gonna be recommending you guys is The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. I consider this a classic. It's not a classic, but in my eyes, I see this as a classic. It's not very big. I actually have a story about this, and this is completely off topic. It's just on base how big the book is. So you see how this isn't very big. The words, I wouldn't say that the words are too small, even. But I was at Barnes & Noble the other day with my cousin. I passed by 10 versions of this book, and they were all this big. And I was really confused because if you can fit it in this small ass book, it's literally the size of my head. If you can fit this story in this small ass book with the words not being that small, then why do you need that big of a book? I was so confused. That was really off topic. I'm sorry. Okay, anyways, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I love this book. If you guys haven't read this book, I don't know where you've been. It's literally mentioned so much in BookTube and just in television in general. It is such a referenced book. But basically, the idea behind this book is it follows Arthur Dent, who lives kind of a normal life. I mean, his house is about to be demolished, and he's kind of trying to stop it, but none of that really matters considering that the Earth is about to be destroyed in about 30 minutes. And so, in that 30 minutes, he happens to find out that his best friend named Ford is actually an alien from a different planet, and he just kind of got stranded on Earth after doing research there for the book he's writing, which is actually called The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, so that's fun and exciting. But basically, Ford decides to take Arthur on a little journey with him, takes him off-world, hitches a ride with some other people, and they go on a little adventure, because it's not like Arthur has anything better to do, considering his home world was just obliterated and everyone is dead. So yeah, he's kind of left with Ford, and they go on this fun adventure around the universe. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. It's great. I haven't read this book in a while. I think I read it at the beginning of the school year, which really wasn't that long ago, but it feels like it was forever ago, so I don't really remember too much about the book. I know that it was amazing and that my mind was just the entire time I was reading it, I was just the author, Adams, is so amazing with the way that he puts his words and stuff like that. He comes up with so many interesting details and so many words and things, and I love that, and I love the book, and it's something that everyone should have read. If you haven't read it, I don't know what you're doing, so go do that. The next book I have is one of my favorites, and that is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I don't know if you can see the cover or if it's too bright or what's going on, but Pride and Prejudice, I actually really hate this cover and this version, but I literally got it for $3, not even. So I wasn't about to complain. It was pretty cheap. But basically, Pride and Prejudice is one of my favorite novels, and it's really hot now because the air conditioning turned up and I have a light right in my face. Okay, it's fine. And it's like 100 degrees out, but you know, whatever. No big deal or anything. Anyways, Pride and Prejudice. I love this book. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorites. In fact, it was actually sophomore year, I believe, that I started reading this, that I actually got into this, because before that, I didn't really know what Pride and Prejudice was, but I went with my friends to go see Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, which had just come out, and honestly, I was so confused because I had been confusing Pride and Prejudice with, Wuthering Heights or something, I'm not sure, but I had never read Pride and Prejudice, and I wasn't entirely sure what it was about, and I was really surprised when I was like, oh, it's with Elizabeth and Mr. Darcy. Of course I'd heard of them, but I didn't know what the story was about. But I became obsessed with it after I saw the movie, and I loved it so much that I went and watched the original movie Pride and Prejudice off of Netflix when it was still on there, and I became obsessed with it. And then I went and bought the book, and I read the book like 5 times, and then I went and bought the movie because they took it off of Netflix, so that was great. And I love this book. It's amazing. It's amazing. It basically follows Mr. Darcy, who is highly prejudiced, and Elizabeth Bennet, who has a lot of pride, and they basically have to fix themselves to be with each other, and they kind of have to learn to be better people, and it's amazing, and it's like the basis of a lot of other stories, like for instance Cars, maybe, I don't know, like, you know how you've got like Lightning McQueen who goes to this small town and is like really prejudiced against all of them, but then falls in love and decides that he's going to change all of his viewpoints. That's Pride and Prejudice. That's basically the story. It's amazing. I love it. It's a story that I feel like everyone should have read because it's a classic and it's a basis to a lot of other stories, and it's amazing. And I just think that everyone should read classics because I love classics. They're like the introduction to what started writing. Like you know how you need to know your ancestry? I feel like it's the same way when it comes to reading books. You should really know the ancestry that comes behind, like the stories that come behind the modern day stories that we have now, because most stories come from older stories and stuff like that. I don't know, we read this book in English the last year, and it just it screwed with everything that I thought of when it came to books. And I keep looking down. I haven't filmed a video in 5 days, that's why. But the last book I have is The Princess Bride by William Goldman. Oh my god, I didn't say William Golding this time. But tell me why William Golding from Lord of the Flies and William Goldman are literally so similar. Oh my god, I hate it. But I love this book. I read it like 2 years ago or something like that. It's been a while, so I can't really tell you exactly what happens. I don't remember. But this is a frame story, basically. It's kind of like the original, what I consider to be the original classic adventure fantasy love story. It's amazing. It's amazing. You can't even, if you haven't read this book, I don't know what you're doing, because this is literally the original adventure story. It's the classic original adventure story, and I can't get enough of this book. Honestly, I love the idea behind it, and it's just, I don't know if you guys are getting the theme, but I'm basically recommending you guys classics, what I consider to be classics for a whole bunch of different genres, and this is definitely the adventure fantasy classic that you guys should have read. It's a story within a story. That's what a frame story is, where basically this guy buys this book, wants to tell it to his son or something like that, and the story that he tells his son is called The Princess Bride, and that basically follows Princess Buttercup. What a nice name. She's lost the love of her life, and she thinks that he's dead, but then one day she's being betrothed to someone else, and he appears suddenly as her knight in shining armor, kind of vigilante style, and they kind of go on a little adventure to escape, and it's great. It's great. The movie is great as well. I mean, it's amazing. The whole entire thing is amazing. Go read it. Go watch it. I don't know. I don't care. Just get into this because it's amazing if you haven't done so already. But yeah, no, that's all the books that I have for this book tag. Sorry there wasn't more. Sorry I can't go on all day. It took me a really long time just to come up with the 3 books that I literally pulled off of my bookshelf yesterday to put in this video. But that's all that I can say. Thank you guys so much for watching. Wait, pause. You forgot something. I went to go edit my video and I kind of realized I didn't actually put who I'm tagging. So the people I'm tagging are Books and Looks, Sophie, like Books with Sophie, and then Jay, whose name I don't know how to pronounce, and I'm not going to try because I don't really want to butcher it and make a fool of myself. But I'm going to link all of them down below, so make sure you go check their channels out. But yeah, okay, that's all. Bye. Okay, we're good. Great, good job, Bree. If you're new here, make sure to stick around, and if you do, I guess I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye!